Hey guys, Lou here. I just want to talk to you about being determined and getting yourself a book of achievement if you're training. So a few weeks back I posted up that the book I used to train records all my weights and all my workouts was almost finished. And I was pretty pleased because when I started to reflect on it, I looked at it as a journey and it's almost like a training journal. Anyway, today I finished off my journal. And the great thing about them is that not only can you track what you're doing, especially if you're weight training, so you can see if you're upping your weights enough, so if something's not working you can check back and think maybe I'm not working hard enough, but also you can look back at yourself and think, wow, I've gone from there to there. And today I just did I've had a bit of a week for PBs on pushing myself, and I did my chest today, and it wasn't until after I'd done it I thought back in January when I was starting to get back into things, and I've shared with you all how difficult it was going back from being the super fit one to having to be I suppose normal in the midst. And I remember watching a couple of the ladies train and thinking, gosh, I'm so far behind. And at that point in time I hadn't realised that I really needed to stop comparing myself. But anyway, today it wasn't until after I did my training and my PB and I thought, I'm actually 5-10 kilos ahead of what those people were now. And I thought about it and I thought, wow, you know what an achievement to get there, and I think I'm on my 24th week of training now. And I thought about it and I thought it's simply one thing that's got me here, and it's something that a lot of people ask me about, is how have you done it in such a short space of time. Simple as this, I'm absolutely determined and nothing's going to stop me. I've knocked all of those things, all of those excuses that I might have had before are out of the way now. Training, I have to do my training, whether it kills me or not. Even if I'm tired, I come in and I train. But yeah, it's being determined. So I want you all to start being training, get yourself a book. Doesn't have... We back on? Yeah. So if you're training, get yourself a book. Even if you're not weight training, it's good to just get yourself a book and track what you've been doing. You can even track your food, what you're eating. Which is always quite good as well. Even if you've ate something bad, it might be quite good just to look back and think, what was I doing that day to make me do that? But it's a great way of looking back. And not only that, on days when you maybe are feeling a bit kind of, you look at it and think, God, look what I've achieved in this short space of time, look how hard I'm working. But if you're weight training, it's something I'd highly recommend, because you can track what you're doing and you can push yourself. There's nothing worse than having a great workout, coming in the following week and thinking I can't remember what I've done, and maybe even going lighter and kind of, you know, the workout's not really worth doing because you've completely backtracked to what you did the week before. So it's just a short video, but look at it in two ways. Look at it in a way of tracking what you're doing. If you want to add your food in, but also look at it like a journal of your achievement. That's certainly what I'm doing. I certainly reflected on that a few weeks ago when I realised there wasn't many pages left in the book, and I looked at the weights I had been doing back in the beginning. And I've been trying to say this to a lot of my ladies, that I honestly used to get, there was a few times I cried in the gym, and me and my husband trained together, and he'd be like, God Louise, you can do this, but I had so much frustration in me because I couldn't do what I used to do, until I finally started manning up a bit and just realising I had to start again. And now that I'm in a different place now, I don't compare myself anymore, and not because I think I'm any better than anyone else, because I'm happy at where I'm at and I'm happy that I'm definitely going to get there. Whereas I think in the beginning, if I'm honest with myself, back in January, I was so unhappy with myself, I just honestly didn't think I could do it anymore, and I most certainly was comparing myself and looking at people who I felt were so far ahead of me that I've now bypassed. And it doesn't matter about that, but as a coach, it certainly does. As a coach, you want to make sure that you're definitely on top of your game. Certainly when I've been looking through my book, I thought, wow, you know, what a massive difference. And now I'm the exact opposite. I'm sometimes too determined. If you tell me I can't do something, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it twice as hard as what I've said I'm going to do it. So get yourself a book, and even if you're not training and you're maybe just looking after your body and keeping things clean, maybe it's good just to keep a food journal of everything you're eating. But like I say, put the bad stuff in as well. If I've had a bad day training, I put that in, and I've said, you know, I've dropped 5 kilos or whatever. Make sure you put that in, because it's good for you to reflect back on. And also, if you've had a bad day, it might be worth noting, you know, it was a bad day, why it was a bad day, why you ate that, just to track maybe some of your patterns and what you're doing with your life. So hopefully this will help. Get yourself a journal if you're training and start recording your weights. If you're not weight training, you can still do this, and if you want to do it with your food, you can do this. I guarantee see when things start going well and you look back, you'll really realise what an achievement you've made, but you've got to be goddamn determined in the midst of it. And that's something I've kind of realised today when I was training, that it was sheer determination that got me there. Because people always ask me, how have you done it? And I'm like, I've just trained. And it wasn't really till today when I realised, you know, that I'd bypassed these big weights that I thought I was never going to get back to. And weights are irrelevant, and I was well aware of that, but it was just the fact that I felt so far behind being the one that was supposedly the professional. So yeah, determination is what got me there, and determination is what can get you there, along with clean eating. Yeah, don't think you can just train and not eat clean. Doesn't work like that. Anyway, I've got to go. I've got a boy with his birthday in a couple of days, and we're going out with some of his friends today to celebrate. So I'll see y'all later. Have a great day.